Hello, nobody watching this. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded on this channel in like forever. Today we have one of our normal guests on here. We don't have everybody else, but we got one person. Say hello, one person.
Greetings.
All right, so today we're doing a different D&D. It's still D&D, but it's barely D&D. It's Cyberpunk D&D, not the role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game Cyberpunk, not the video game Cyberpunk 2077.
I wish it was Cyberpunk 2077.
No, we would have to.
You know what? If this video hits 2,000 likes, we'll play Cyberpunk 2077 on our other channel.
No, I don't want my computer to die, and I can't really record anything else. I don't think I own. I don't think I own anything that can play it.
I'll buy you a better computer so you can record Cyberpunk 2077.
I don't think that's worth it. I've heard the game isn't even that good. It's like, okay.
No, it's terrible. That's why I want you to play it.
Like, even without the bugs.
Yeah, I want you to play it because the bugs make it terrible.
Anyway, so this Cyberpunk, the systems, like the mechanics, were developed. I didn't make most of them. I just changed them around a little bit, but they are mostly based on one guy. He made a post a long time ago and had a bunch of documents about how to make a Cyberpunk D&D, and then I took those and did that. So I'll link those in the description if you want to download those. And yeah, I didn't use the same world because he has like a world document kind of, and I didn't use that. I made my own campaign setting. And I'll just go over the basics. I won't go over the whole thing because I get really boring. But basically, I think, let me pull up the world document for a second. Stuff really goes down in 2065 when the awakening happened. Basically, people started developing psychic powers, and then for the next 5 years, the Psionic Wars happened because people just had suddenly people just had superpowers. It's crazy, and people are crazy, so they're gonna do crazy things with them. So there were a bunch of wars, and basically the world kind of destroyed itself until most of them ended. There is still some going on, but we're not going to go into too much detail. And it's been 10 years since that period has happened, and we are in the United States, in New York. Either New York or Neo York. Nobody's decided which one it is.
New York. New York.
No, this is Cyberpunk, so it has to be Neo.
New York. New York.
And so that's where our campaign takes place, where we have our characters. And I guess we'll introduce them as we go. But until then, I need to grab my stuff because I forgot to do that.
How could you do this? I can't believe you.
I'll grab them quick.
I want everyone watching this video. If you're watching this video, go in the comments right now and just type, "Thanks, Todd."
I only turned the recording was only on for that last sentence.
They don't need to know why.
So we're 5 minutes in. Let's actually start the D&D. Okay. So we start our is it really an adventure? Our journey, I guess. With your character, Shiza, walking through the residential district of the Queensboro. And I believe you're heading to the market district to pick up some supplies.
As you do.
Yeah. And as you're going by, you start noticing that you're being followed by somebody. But you can't really make out anything about them. They seem to have some kind of light coming from their face. And that's all you can really make out. But they're definitely following you.
Well, maybe they should stop.
What are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep going, or are you going to try to confront them?
As long as they're not bothering me, I don't really care.
Alright, so you're taking the passive approach to this?
Yeah, if they're like shining the light in their face and they're shining that in my eyes, then maybe I'd get annoyed. But unless they're doing that.
Alright, so you keep making your way through the residential district. Basically, there are just a bunch of these almost cube like buildings. I mean, they look like big slabs of concrete with windows in them. There's trash like littering the streets, with the occasional like punk going by you with just like a gun just in plain sight next to them, but nobody cares. And as you're making your way,
not like it's dangerous or anything.
I mean, you also have a gun and you have a sword, so you're not
I didn't
really.
know I had that. Let's go.
I forgot to mention, you are a contractor. Basically, you do jobs for whoever is willing to pay you. Not that you're like you have to take the job, but generally, you just take jobs from whoever, as long as they pay. It could be like a businessman. It could just be like a normal person. It could be a crime lord. As long as they're paying. It's not necessarily legal, but it pays the bills.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
As you keep walking, the figure eventually walks up to you. Not in any particularly sneaky way. Just basically, they walk up like right to your face. And they say, "Hello there. What is your name?"
I'm Shiza.
I
don't know what voice Shiza's gonna have yet, so I'm just gonna talk in the normal voice until I decide.
I do not believe I have a name, but I do have a serial number, D87. And you see that he has like these tattered clothes on, and his face is like a screen. He's clearly a robot, and his face is like a screen with like a smiley face on it, and it's like like glowing with like a blue light. I appear to be lost. I do know where I am. I do know when I am, but I do not know why I am. Could you perhaps help me? Is your character just
This guy walks up to me. Why do I exist? I don't know.
Is that what you say to him? I see. Well, could I ask you a few questions then?
I don't see why not.
Well, then, who are you?
I'm Shiza.
I mean, not your name, but who you are as a person. Do you remember your character?
Nope.
Hey, it's been a while.
Okay,
So,
for context for everyone watching, I made this character like a couple months ago, and then we never got around to actually starting this.
until now.
Till now, so I don't remember my character very well.
Okay, I believe your character was a robot made during the war era, and you were a soldier. It's kind of a disposable unit who happened to survive And I think he's kind of like thrown out. Now you just been drifting around. I guess you've ended up in New York.
New York.
What? I mean, nobody knows what to call it yet. I guess now you're a contractor. I believe you were lawful neutral. You had the military background. Your specialty was infantry. Your traits were I could stare down a hellhound without flinching, even though there aren't hellhounds in this world. Like, it's kind of, but not in the same way. We'll get to that though.
So I can look down and at a person that does not exist without flinching.
Face problems head on. Ideal is responsibility.
For all you know, in real life, I could stare down a hellhound without flinching. That could be true in real life, and you wouldn't know.
We couldn't know.
We couldn't know. Nobody's ever known.
Your bond was I serve those above me because I know no other life, and you obey authority, even when the authority is causing misery. Basically, you're trying to obey a higher power, but you don't have one of those anymore. You don't have anybody to serve anymore, even though that's really all you want. So I guess that's why you're a contractor, trying to serve people.
Just kind of wandering.
You wander?
Yeah. Kind of wandering around like, hey, anybody need me to do something? Please, I don't know what else to do. And then someone's like, hey, go do this. And I'm like, don't see why not.
Are you saying that in character?
No, I'm just talking.
Okay. So
I don't even remember what the question was.
D87 asked, who are you as a person?
I am a robot who was built for war, but since the wars have ended, I no longer have a purpose.
I see. So you are a wanderer without a destination.
I guess you could say that.
Well, what do you do to stay, I guess, make a living?
I take jobs. People might need something done, and I can accomplish it for them.
Well, I suppose it is a noble cause. Do you mind if I could be a sort of student to you? I have nowhere else to go.
It's a very dangerous line of work.
I do not know why. He was over to his like his hip, and he pulls out like a sheathed katana, and on his chest he has like a revolver.
Well, did I just not
pulls them
see
out.
this?
It's dark. You're in like a dark alley. I mean, it's midday, but you're in like a dark alley. And it's cloudy because it's Cyberpunk. And there's no sun in Cyberpunk ever. That's impossible. He pulls these out. But I have these weapons. I woke up with them. I do not know why I have them. But I also have the programs to use them. I believe I can be of assistance to you.
Well then, I don't see why not.
But I find it strange because I am not... I don't know how to explain. I believe I am connected to the internet, yet I have combat capabilities. That is not normal. Usually, warbots such as yourself are not directly connected to the internet. Unless it has changed in the last decade. It hasn't.
Oh. I was like, has it? I don't know.
Oh, you basically, instead of phones, people have these like things wrapped around their wrists. They like unfold That's how they connect to the internet, unless they're a special kind of robot that can connect to the internet. But usually warbots don't, because I don't want warbots to learn things, because it's dangerous. Unless
That
you're like
sounds like me in real life.
I do not understand what or who I am. Maybe I can find out one day. So, I hate to ask, but could you by chance purchase me armor? All I have is these rags.
Yeah, sure.
You were heading over there anyway, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. She's well, you lead the way. So two of you make your way through the residential district. And it's pretty uneventful as you go on, just the occasional homeless person and sketchy looking guy in an alleyway. The two of you make your way to the market district, which is like one big like block of various shops. Where you can pretty much find anything that isn't illegal to sell, and sometimes things that are illegal to sell. You're walking through and you see all of these like big glowing billboards with various like store names on them. Like there's tons of them lining the street. These like grimy streets, and you see like people outside of the shops, either just hanging out. Some people are advertising the shops. And you know one person who can help you buy armor. That's where you got. This is where you got your stuff. It's not a black marketplace. It's all legal. You go there, and it's Larry's General Goods. So you're staying in front of it. It's kind of off to like the more sketchy part of town, but you don't find anything there for now.
Lame.
Yeah. So you're at the place.
The place?
Oh, you're outside the store. And
Okay.
yeah. Is this the place where you'll buy me new armor?
Yes.
Well, shall we head inside then?
Let's go.
And so the two of you head inside, and like along the walls are just racks of various firearms and like melee weapons and armor. Just all the stuff a contractor like you could need, and more. You
Wow.
see a gruff guy at the counter. Like, you're back. What do you want this time?
I need some armor for my friend here.
You got yourself a partner there. I was wondering if you were gonna find one, if you were just gonna die out there one day. So what'll it be? Oh god, I found selection.
So what I'm thinking is I go for like a Connor voice from Detroit Become Human.
Well, you're not an android.
It's close enough.
Yeah, you're just a robot. Androids are different.
Yeah, but the voice works either way.
Yeah. Okay, so armor works a little bit differently. Cyberpunk D&D. I mean, obviously the armor is completely different. There's some extra mechanics like resistances and stuff. That's not really important. The thing that's important to us right now is that basically there's some armor that is concealable armor and some armor that is not concealable, and you don't want to walk around in non-concealable armor because that's really suspicious and draws a lot of attention. So you have a concealable vest and a special. What is it? What's it called?
A special hat.
Special response vest, which
Dang.
you can equip for when you're not out in public. For when you're out in public, you have the concealable vest. And also buying stuff works differently.
Why is everything so different?
Because it's a completely different type of world.
No, it's not. No,
basically, instead of having gold as like a defined number, instead you have to roll wealth checks, and you have like a wealth bonus. I put you in the struggling wealth bonus. You have a +3. And
is that bad?
The one, like the level below struggling is just no money.
So that's not good, but it could be worse.
Yeah. And
man, these contractors ain't paying much.
Oh well, you only like just started basically. You've only done a few.
They should pay more.
Well, you're on the the low tier right now.
These wages are not fair.
I mean, some of it is illegal.
I'm gonna go on strike.
There's no union.
Not yet.
And going on strike on your own is just like you're just out of a job.
So.
Anyway, so you have to make a wealth check. So roll.
Can I just like look at my bank account? Check my wealth?
Roll. You have to roll. Roll for me. Roll a d20.
Okay, so what if I told you I don't have my dice right now?
Do you know where they are?
Very far away. At least, like, a distance I do not want to walk.
Well, I have my dice. You want me to just roll for you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, you made the check. So you check which money you got. And you have enough to buy the vest, a concealable vest for D87 without spending too much money. So I'm assuming you make the purchase, and now he has a better AC.
Wait, I just realized there's no D87. That's not a dice.
That's not what I named him after.
You should have named him D6.
Oh, but I named him after a particular thing, and that would not have fit. All right, so the concealable vest is that much. All right, so it's 12 plus Dex mod, which is 14, and then if you add the bonus that the robots get to their AC, that would make my AC 15? Yeah, I believe so.
I can't even count to that number.
Okay, well, gotta make some changes quick edit. Alright, his AC is now okay.
Nice!
Alright, and as you're browsing, you find a speed reloader for a revolver, and it's so cheap. For some reason, this thing that makes revolvers way better is super cheap. It's so cheap, you can just buy it. So now his
like
reloading is way better.
Yo, let's go! I can reload gun.
All right,
Disclaimer: I'm going to be using my sword as much as possible because that's cool.
But if you get in a shootout, it's not a great idea to go in with your sword.
You know what they say: never bring a gun to a gunfight.
Alright, so after you buy that stuff, you just like buy like your normal supplies, like some battery packs, some fuel, usual stuff. Maybe a little bit more ammo. So you leave Larry's shop, and as you are exiting Larry's shop, you get a call, but you do not recognize the number.
Well, obviously, this is someone looking to hire me, so I should pick up the phone.
Alright, so you unwrap your phone. And you
Unwrap?
answer. Alright, it said the phones are like on your wrist, and you like unwrap them. 'Cause they're like paper thin.
Oh.
You take it off, and you answer, and you hear, it's clearly a modified voice, and
Makes sense.
it says, "We have a contract for you. You know."
Excuse me, what? Okay,
is that
Batman.
is that what you ask? Did you make out what
I
it
could not
said?
understand what you said.
Is that how you're like, hey,
It might just be because Discord audio, but I have no idea what you said. I heard the word contract, and other than that, which I think that was the most important word.
we have a contract for you.
Very well then.
Would you like to know where it is?
I think I would.
Have you heard of Venom's Heat?
Have I?
No.
No.
I'll send you the address. Get there as soon as possible.
I'll be
And
there
then-
soon.
I hang up. And D87 turns to you and says, "What was that?"
Looks like we got ourselves a job.
Well, should we go there now?
I mean, I don't have anything better to do.
Alright, so you then get a text message that has an address, and you recognize that it is in the red light district. So,
I
I'm
prefer
guessing
the
that's where
green
you're
light
going.
district.
I'm assuming you know what a red light district is.
I've played Persona 5.
So yeah, it's there. So, before you guys go, I guess you tell D87 that the general rule when you go to the red light district and you don't want to interact with anybody is that you keep your eyes down, and because if you look at somebody in the eye, it means you want to talk to them, but you don't want to talk to anybody. So, rule of thumb, keep your eyes down.
Yeah. It's important that we know that.
Alright, so this is a place that usually only go for contracts. You're a robot and you have no earthly desires.
True.
So you head on over to the red light district. And as you get over there, you see that like a police cruiser is a pretty common thing to see as you're going through New York. But as you get closer and closer to the red light district, you see that becomes less and less frequent. And see that the streets get more and more unclean, and There's more. You see more people with like guns and swords, and you finally get there, and the relic district is made of these very narrow streets that are super tightly packed with people. You cannot take like a car or anything through here. It's just jammed with people.
I mean, unless you want to run people over, in which case a car would be the best thing.
I guess so, but I'm assuming you don't want to do that. Also,
No.
I don't think you own a car.
Not yet.
Oh, there are just shops like just everywhere, and there for basically every shop there's just like either like a big bruiser guy outside, and or some kind of person outside trying to advertise the place. But you try to keep your heads down, and once again, you don't find any trouble as you make your way
That's
over
good.
there.
Trouble is not good. In case you didn't know.
You're basically like rubbing shoulders like every single person you go by, but you're able to make your way through without making any eye contact with anybody. And you make your way to supposedly where Venom's heat is. When you get there, it's kind of like a little bit below ground, and it doesn't seem like it's very advertised. Seems like one of the more, well, quote unquote quieter places. There aren't many people going in and out.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anybody outside, like a bruiser or anything. Seems like you can just walk in.
Interesting.
You do hear music coming from outside.
What kind of music?
Just like, it sounds like very generic, like pop music.
Ah, dang. I was hoping it'd be something interesting.
You walk in.
Yeah.
Alright, so you walk through the doors, and the atmosphere almost completely changes from this like very, from the streets, very grimy, crowded, almost like cloudy feeling.
Unsanitary.
Yeah, now it seems like a lot more sleek and clean, and there are way less people in here. Pretty much all the people in here are like dancing this kind of song. It seems to be some sort of dance club with like a bar. Off to the side, you see a door with, you know, like this skinny guy outside of it with a gun, but nobody seems to really care about him, so he seems to be a bodyguard of some kind.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to see you yet. Oh, what do you do?
I don't know. We're here now. This is the place. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna sit down at the bar and have a drink.
D87 looks at you and says, "So, do you think the owner of this establishment is the one who gave us a job?"
I doubt that. Usually, if someone's going to give you they take it to a place where they won't be disturbed. Such as a quiet place like this, where there aren't that many people. The owner himself most likely wouldn't give us the job. If it happened to be illegal, he wouldn't want it being traced back to his own place.
D87 looks around. Nobody seems to stand out in this crowd, though.
I feel like you stand out. I don't say that, but he D87 definitely stands out a little bit, right? You know, with the
He looks very unusual. especially for like a warbot. Warbots usually have a pretty common design.
Me.
Yeah, but he looks very different, especially with like the screen face. Like you could easily just
I'm
like punch that
surprised-
out.
The guy you said hadn't noticed yet. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't.
Right, so the guy looks around and he sees you, and he walks over and he whispers, "So, wait, how are there two of you?"
He's my associate.
Whatever, boss doesn't care. Come on, take you to the back. So you follow him to the back door, where you see this very eccentric looking gentleman. He's got a weird like weird coat on, a kind of fancy looking hat. Like it would be fancy if it was made out of a good material. And
but it is not.
you know, like his outfit is generally like like trying to look fancy, but it's obviously very cheap.
I see. That's
Like-
like me in real life.
Like, I see that you have come to. Why are there two of them? I ordered one robot, not two. And the bodyguard guy says, "Does it really matter? You're getting like two for the price of one." Like, fine, whatever. I have not just I don't know about small, but a small scale task, but it is still important to me. You see, I'm sure that you put together that this place is not purely run as a club, that my only business is not in providing a place for dance.
Yeah.
But recently in the art district, a gang known as the Crash Zero, I believe, have been encroaching on my turf. They are a band of vigilantes who believe that my alternative business is not to their taste, even though they themselves partake in murder and other heinous crimes. I believe that they think they have the moral high ground, and they are trying to stop my business. Doesn't sound very fair, does it?
Please, get to the point.
I guess that's a robot for you, not one for small talk. Basically, I need their leader. I believe his name is something silly like Jumbo Mammoth or something.
Jumbo Manus?
Mammoth. I told you.
Jumbo Mammoth?
I told you a silly name. They are. I need you. I need his head removed. And you don't have to worry about giving me evidence. They often live stream their activities, so I will be watching to see if the job is done.
What's up, everyone? Our boss just died. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Use your Twitch Prime to see more murder.
Right, well, he leans back in his chair and he says, "They are held up in the Motorcyclepedia Museum in the Art District."
In the motorcycle museum? These guys are rad.
It's a real place in real life that you can visit in New York right now. I haven't been
New York
there.
is not a real place. New York is not a real place in real life. I've been there, and I can tell you it's not real.
And he says, so, do you accept the contract?
Sure.
Excellent. I must warn you, I did send another person on this job. They didn't ever come back out of there.
I assure you, I will not be so careless.
And if there are two of you, then I believe the two of you make it out of there alive. Oh. I believe you should be off then.
Very well.
Alright, so the bodyguard escorts you out of the club and back into the streets of the red light district. They gave you the address to the museum in the art district. It's one of the ruined museums. It has not been rebuilt since the war. So it is in ruin.
I want to see it. I think we need more motorcycles.
The two of you walk out back to the streets of the red light district, and you start making your way towards the art district. As you're walking through, somebody like bumps you particularly hard, and you stagger, and you get your senses back. And by the time you get your senses back, you realize you just looked into the eyes of this big, bulky dude outside this this bar. And so he starts walking up to you. Yeah. Do you do anything, or do you just stand there?
I look back down to the ground.
Would you like to come in?
No, sir.
But we got some great battery packs for you, man. They're real good for like the robots. Like every robot friend I have.
Is that what robots go to bars for?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm quite busy.
Oh, come on, just stop in, man. No, just for a second.
Perhaps I will stop in some other time, but for now, I must be going.
All of my robot friends say that this is the best bar they know. I'm sure you're not that busy. It doesn't
I will
seem
visit some other time. You have my word. But for now, I must be going.
It doesn't sound like it's gonna leave you alone without doing some rolls. So what do you want to do? You gotta take a drastic action.
I am going to come back to this place. That's not a joke. Just not right now. We're busy right now.
Alright, well, do you want to roll a persuasion check? Do you see if you persuade him that you're gonna come back? It wouldn't be a deception check because...
No, because I am going to come back.
It's his persuasion. Alright, so I'm gonna roll 2 dice. One is gonna be his insight. One is gonna be your persuasion. Alright, well, you definitely outperformed him. So he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'll see you later, bro. Take care. He walks back.
You too. Okay. So that's the most important part of this story now, is not forgetting to come back here.
Do you want to write a note?
Nope.
I'll write a note.
Let's just actually record more episodes that aren't within, a month's time span.
Okay, well, that's the only thing that goes awry during your trip to the art district. It goes from this crowded, grimy, chaotic street, this open, airy, clean, collection of buildings, basically. The art district mostly has museums and monuments and stuff, but there are also a bunch of schools and it's also near like where the amusement parks are. There are a lot of. This is like probably the most police concentrated part of Queens. So it's a very clean and well kept, and there's like a lot of police cruisers going by. The streets are kind of barren, but yeah, it's a lot more open. You have the address for the ruins of the Motorcyclepedia museums. I'm assuming that's where you go, right?
Well, of course. Not just gonna go. Actually, I'd rather go to a completely different museum.
So as you're walking, like through the district, you start hearing a bunch of screams in the distance. And as you're going along, you see people, like a crowd of people, like rushing past you. And you turn to, like, see what's going on. And they're all running away from the direction of a subway tunnel. And in this, no, it's not odd, because in this world, all of the subways, almost all of the subways have been populated by mutants. They're like genetic experiments all gone wrong and turned into monsters. And they've been mostly blocked off, but occasionally they do come to the surface. And you see that what's chasing them, there are things chasing these people, and what's chasing them are like these like giant rats, a flying snake, and a thing called a hobbler, which is like a humanoid zombie-looking thing.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have gone down there.
They weren't going down there. They were just walking in the street, and the mutants came up from the subway.
Well, that sucks for them.
Well, they seem to be heading in your direction. They're shambling over. They're like gross, like pus leaking out of some of them as they're like crawling or flying their way. Huh?
The people or the mutants?
The mutants that are coming towards you, as I said.
You didn't. I was talking about the people, and you said, "Well, they're kind of like crawling towards you, like shambling."
No, I said that it was the mutants.
I didn't hear that part.
So we're gonna do some combat now. We're gonna switch over to the combat scene on the recording. All right, so I'm assuming you pull out your sword, which I believe is a rapier, and I pull out my katana.
That's a sick sword.
All right. So first up is the giant rat, or giant rat 2 is up first.
I had really bad initiative that roll.
Yeah, you're all the way at the bottom.
Dang. First,
All right.
like, combat roll to run. It's a 3A for initiative.
Alright, so the first, like, one of the giant rats, like, launches itself at you on top of you, but you, like, push it away. And it does not hit you.
Ha, cool.
Alright, now I'm up.
No, D87 is up.
Sure. Alright,
You're not in this campaign.
He's gonna try to attack the hobbler. Ooh, that is a hit. And that should be an insta-kill. These guys don't have very much health. Wow, minimum...
I have more health than these guys.
Minimum damage, but it still kills them.
Wow. Good job.
Alright, so...
You did it.
Day 7 like walks up to this guy, he two-hands his katana, and all of a sudden he, like out of a samurai movie, does this like sweet move where like chops its head off, and it dies.
Die.
Alright, the next giant rat is gonna attack D7. And that's a hit. Okay, that is not very much damage. The giant rat jumps up on D87 and like crunches his arm. This hears like gross metal like scraping sound as it like crunches his arm. It's a flying snake. Alright, so he like the flying snake, let's see what he does. Alright, he's gonna swoop down and try to attack me for D87. And he rolled a natural 20.
Awesome.
I don't have the table pulled up. I gotta pull
First
the
20
table.
of the run, and it's an attack on us.
I gotta find. We use a table for D20s. Ah, it's the wrong thing. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna do it.
But if you don't, then you're fired.
I'm fired?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's no good.
Correct.
I wish you got fired instead, even though that makes no sense. Can you get fired instead?
I mean, you own the channel, so I think I can get fired.
Dang it. Alright, well, he just got double damage.
Wait, what? Why'd you say dang it?
No, it was dang it to you because you can't get fired. So I was like, dang it. That means I have to be fired, but I found it, so.
You can't get fired. You own the channel.
Alright, so. Oh.
Leave a comment if this interaction made no sense.
We don't make sense. That's.
You're not wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, So the snake just like runs down and he just goes like straight through my chest and just like and fall over unconscious on the ground.
Watch how it's done, rookie. Oh wait, it's not my turn yet, is
No,
it?
I'm unconscious. My processor's like short-circuited. I can't watch. Well, no, it is your turn because the hobbler's dead.
Oh, good job.
Alright,
You
well.
killed one thing and then died.
You will die, or else you will die.
Yes, that.
Alright, so
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
I want to stab one of them.
Alright, you're gonna stab it with your rapier. You're not gonna try to help me?
I should probably do that actually to him back.
Alright, so all of the classes have like changed like their name and their like description and stuff, but they all serve the same purpose. So I'm an operator, which is like a fighter, and then Shiza is Inquisitor, which is basically a paladin. So he has lay on hands.
Oh, so I can heal you.
Yeah, and we're level 2, so you have 2 spell slots.
No one expects that she's at Inquisition.
Alright, so do you want to heal me?
Yes, I probably shouldn't just let you die.
How much do you want to heal me for? You have 10 points. And you don't... Neither of us can get poisoned or diseased because we're robots, so you don't have to worry about keeping 5 points to cure that. You don't have to cure any poison or disease for robots. We can't get those.
Except for when they get a natural 20, how much damage are these guys doing?
Well, they're rolling like D4s.
Okay. So I'm thinking 6 health.
So you keep 4.
Yeah.
Alright, so you bend down and your like psionic module on the back of your neck lights up. And it sends this like glowing light that like repairs my circuitry. Thank you. I didn't see that coming at all.
I told you this is dangerous.
Okay, well that is your turn. Now Giant Rat 2, that was the one on you. I don't think that's enough. It tries to jump on your back, but it like slides off because it's metal. Alright, now it's back to me.
How did D87 die so quickly to these things? They seem really
rolled a
dumb.
20. The flying snake rolled a freaking 20 and then rolled really good for its damage.
That's not okay.
I mean, it also rolls 3d4 for its attack, so...
That's also not okay.
Yeah, the flying snake is kind of broken.
Why are we fighting this thing?
It was the same challenge rating as everything else. So...
What, does it have 1 hit point?
No, it doesn't have much more than 1.
Ah, that's why. It hits you, you die, but if you hit it, it also dies.
I mean, I would have taken like 9 damage, which is like a hefty hit, but he also got double damage. And I got hit before, so... Okay, he's gonna get revenge on that flying snake. Or not. Yeah, no. He tries to slash at it, but it's a flying snake, so it just kind of like coils around it. Giant rat 1. I think that one it was on me. Oh my god, it rolled to hit again. It hit me. Alright, well, it like scratches at my back and it like leaves a big dent. Jesus Christ.
They
Now the
really
flying
want
snake.
to kill you.
The flying snake is targeting you now. And it... Alright, so it like swoops down to hit you, but it does the exact same motion it did to hit me. So you just back off. You step to the side and just like swoops past you. Giant rat.
Nice one, snake.
Alright, well no, it's your turn.
I would like to hit that snake now.
Okay. Let's see if you do it.
Since it's swooping by, it's already right here. Might as well smack him a little.
Alright. So you try to like stab at it with your rapier, but it's a rapier, so it's really hard to hit him, and you don't end up doing it.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna hit him with a gun. It's a snake.
Not gonna hit him with a rapier either. Unless you're aiming better. Alright, Giant Rat 2. Is that one on you? No, that one was on me. Oh my god, it rolled good again! I think I think I'm down again. Yeah, it rolled max damage. I'm down again.
Come on, my dude.
It like bashes into my head, and I fall over and like break a circuit.
Here. Okay, we got the new recruit. He looks like he can fight, and he's died twice.
They're only rolling good on me. Alright, well, the giant rat.
Pick it up. Pick up some slack. Carry your own weight.
The giant rat, the next one, like slams into you, but you're made of metal, and it doesn't really do anything. Alright, the snake swoops down to try to hit you again. Alright, this time it hit you.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Check again.
Yeah, it rolled an 18. Plus 6. Holy crap!
Yeah,
this thing should not be challenged 1 ETH.
Why is this thing's challenge rating so low for how strong it is? This is like the final boss.
Little did you know.
Little did I know, this was the boss of the gang.
Alright, well...
It was the snake gang the entire time!
It, like, clamps on you, and its poison, like, gets in your circuits and starts, like, clogging them up.
I can't be poisoned.
No, you're not. You don't have the poison status effect, but you still take poison damage, because it, like, clogs your system up. But you do not have the poison, status effect.
I don't think they know how... that's not how poison works.
Well, it's your turn.
The snake needs to die.
You gonna hit it? Or try to?
Yes. It needs to die.
Okay, That is just enough to hit it. Okay, that is a
Damn.
1d6 of damage. It'd be really helpful if I was alive because the katana is
It
really
would.
good.
You know, it really would be.
But
So
they
what
rolled
happened with that?
they rolled a 20 on the one that deals the most damage, and he rolled really good for his damage.
It's a shame.
All right.
Maybe it should have been built different. Literally.
Well, you stab the snake, and it like goes like right through its heart. A bunch of like weird colored blood flows out of it, and it goes limp. Limp snake.
Thank goodness.
All right.
I legitimately thought that snake was going to kill us, and now
There's still the
I was gonna
rats.
say something, but then I was 90% sure I was going to jinx this entire thing. So I'm going to shut up.
All right, the giant rat tries to nibble your toe, but it can't even do that correctly.
Okay. I was
Alright.
afraid I was going to say as long as they don't roll a 20 and then the very next roll is going to be a 20.
Okay.
And I mean, there is still one more. It could happen.
No, this guy, he tries to bite your kneecaps this time. He does a little bit better, but not that much better.
Get better.
All right,
Be
now
it.
it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to stab one of these little rats.
That is, again, just what you need to hit it.
I do what I need, nothing more, nothing less.
No, you did one less than you needed. It's still alive. You
my.
stab the rat like through its torso. It should be dead. It's like blood everywhere. It should be dead, but it's still moving. How is it still moving? It shouldn't be moving, but it is.
You rat bastard. Get it?
All right. Well, he literally rolled the exact same roll he did last turn. So he tries to nibble your toes again because he's almost dead, but he doesn't really do anything.
Because he's almost dead.
Okay. I am rolling my death saves, by the way, but I'm employing secret death saves, so you don't know what they are. Do you
Also, you could just die without me knowing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you know. Let's see if the giant rat hits you. They're rolling really bad.
That's good. I need it.
We
First
we do.
encounter, you've died twice, and I've met 9 HP.
These guys are in the medium XP range. How are they doing this? So do you want to hit the same one that you did last turn?
Might as well. Make sure he's gone.
All right. Well, you definitely hit him, and your bonus is more than enough to kill him. This time you stab him. You just kind of like poke him, and his heart stops, and he's dead. There's one giant rat left.
Thank goodness. I couldn't have stood it if there was another.
The giant rat tries to hit you again. He like headbutts you, but it's the weakest headbutt you've ever felt.
Stop!
All right, it's your turn again.
I'm gonna stab that stupid
All right,
rat.
you hit him, and you roll minimum damage. You like poke his arm. It still does quite a bit to him, but it's not that good. Okay. All right, so you look over at D87, and his processors start running again, but he is still unconscious.
Goodness.
He's not dead
So
though.
he did not die.
No. He rolled, I believe, 3 successes and 1 failure.
How funny would it have been if he just died first encounter? Like, hi, I'm D87. Oh, now I'm not.
I'm not anymore. Alright. Let's see if this last rat can kill you. No. It can't. Alright, it's your turn. I'm assuming you stab it.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. If you roll minimum damage, he won't die, but if you roll anything but minimum damage, he'll die.
Assuming I hit him.
No, you hit him.
Okay.
Alright.
What do I roll?
You pierce his skull, and his brain
Yeah.
is turned to mush. Not that it wasn't. Not that it was much more beforehand.
Yeah, I was pretty much already mush. But
All
now
right.
it's mushier mush.
All of the mutants now lie dead on the
It
ground.
used to be of like an oatmeal consistency. Now it's like a watery oatmeal.
Water oatmeal.
Like it's like
Ew, gross.
they cooked the oatmeal and they didn't put enough water in, and now it's like oatmeal that they put too much water in.
Alright, so I am still on the ground.
Believe it or not, I used to be an avid oatmeal fan.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, then I got better tasting food.
I mean, if you put cinnamon in it, then
I just got
pretty
sick
good.
of it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine
Anyway,
if you add a different flavor in. Anyway, so you're you're half dead, and I'm practically dead. Do you want to just like go home and do this tomorrow? You didn't say there was a time limit.
I think we need a bit of a rest.
All right, so you guys just,
especially after our rookie's embarrassing performance.
Day 7 is just like, well, I think we just found out that I had combat programs loaded into me, but not by default. Judging by my performance. I apologize for that.
Everyone gets unlucky.
I suppose so. Well, I am glad that you were there to make up for it. Well, at least we saved those people.
I suppose we did.
Well, yeah, none of the people are in sight anymore, but they're not in danger of death at this moment. You two decide to head back to your apartment. It's just this little... It's a New York apartment in a cyberpunk world, so it's like a closet.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not like I need living space.
No, but the thing about robots is that they only need 4 hours for a long rest, so that's neat. So the two of you just like shut down for the night.
Yeah.
And then wake up.
Recharge our batteries.
Yeah, and then like I guess do repairs after you boot up again in the morning, and
we better.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was a terrible first fight. If anyone's watching this who doesn't know stuff about D&D, first of all, I don't know why you're here, but thanks for watching anyway. And second of all, that's not supposed to happen.
No, they were in the medium range of difficulty for us.
They should not have been that tough.
No.
Then again, only one of them was really tough. The rest were baby easy.
Yeah. I mean, the rats had like 5 turns to hit you, and I think they hit you once.
Nope, they didn't hit me.
No, you got hit once.
Not by the rats.
Oh yeah, you get by the snake.
Yeah.
Freaking snake. I don't... Why is he the same challenge rating as those rats? I don't understand.
Those rats, like, I could have beat those rats in real life.
And we forget about the hobbler, you know, the thing that I killed in the first turn.
Yeah, of all these things, that's the one I was scared of, and then he died.
Are the two of us just like talking about this while we're heading to the art district? Just like, man, that was stupid.
That was dumb. I never want to see a snake again.
Well, this is Cyberpunk land, and there aren't really animals anymore. Well, not like wild ones. So make your way back to the art district. And
that's sad. They should reinvent animals.
I mean, there are animals. Either they're mutants like that, or they're domesticated animals in a farm.
Like cows.
Yeah, and they're also genetically modified, but not like that.
If anyone here has ever eaten a burger, let me know.
That's pretty gamer. You go back to that same street, and the bodies have been cleaned up. There's no more like blood and guts everywhere. And you look at the subway, and the barricades have been reapplied. They look a bit sturdier than they were before. You head over Motorcyclepedia. We don't need to make survival rolls. We have the exact address. You go there, and it looks like any other destroyed museum. There are a lot of those around here. So, do you want to head inside?
Inside what?
The museum. The ruined museum.
Yes. Into the museum we go.
Alright, so you head inside. And you can... Like, all of the walls have been... they're, like, barely standing. They have cracks going all along them. Quite a few bits of the ceiling and walls have just fallen on the ground. And, it's not exactly a pretty sight. But when you get to the first room, you see that there are like bodies everywhere. Not like on accident, like they're all strung up in very bizarre ways. And if you two were like normal humans, you'd have like the urge to vomit, but you can't do that because you're robots.
Vomiting, literally cringe.
On a sign that is like hanging on like one chain, this the original text was "Welcome to the Motorcyclepedia Museum." Instead, in spray paint, it says, "Those who are not just shall pay in blood." You can assume that one of the bodies that are strung up in this first room are one of them is the person that Venom sent.
Maybe he should have been built different.
Maybe you should have been like literally a robot.
Yeah, if you're just built different, there's nothing they can do.
Alright, so do you wanna do anything in this room?
What do you mean? Yeah, look around. Oh boy, there's bodies here.
So you don't?
I said what I wanted to do. Look around.
Let's see. Okay. Whoa. Alright, well, neither of you really notice anything other than the description. Just bodies, rubble, the sign. There doesn't seem to be anything else here. Other than the path forward.
I thought you were going to say, other than the entire army with weapons.
Like, oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, in this room there is a giant mutant with a bazooka and 17 rocket launchers. That's not a big deal though. I didn't need to mention that.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He didn't do anything wrong.
He's not attacking you. You don't need to bother him.
If they're not attacking me in the moment, they are irrelevant.
Alright, well, there's only the corridor forward. You want to go down there? Hello?
Oh, yes. If it's the only thing to do, why would I do something else?
Alright, so you head down. It seems like pretty cramped because the ceiling is like caved in. But it isn't that much trouble to get through. You see like a hallway, and in that hallway you see it seems to be this big hub area for all like the exhibits in the museum. Like there used to be like a bunch of pathways to like the different like exhibits, but now there are only like 2 corridors left. There's one to a room called Chopper City, and then the other one has a sign above it that says Wall of Death. And
that does not sound cool.
And scattered across the ground are like torn up posters and like demolished displays of things like old trophies and photos of like motorcycles and stuff. But as you're standing from like in the corridor, you see that there's a group of about 4 people walking out of the corridor they're coming from the wall of death, which is like directly in front of you, and they're walking out. And you're one in front, say, "Man, why do we have to get guard duty when the show is about to start?" He says as he sees you. "Intruders, explain yourselves!" And he pulls out a gun. And his four other, and there are two big dudes next to him, and a guy who like pulls out, it's like a different one, like a melee weapon. "What are you intruders doing here?"
Well, I'm currently walking.
"And we can see that. Why are you here?"
That's a secret.
"The boss doesn't like secrets. Get 'em, boys!" It's time for combat now, if you didn't notice.
I was gonna say it's a surprise birthday party, but I guess we're fighting.
These guys aren't complete dummies. Alright. It is the combat time.
Did they just not know it's their boss's birthday?
I think they would probably know.
How do they not, though? It's definitely his birthday. I wish I could have rolled a persuasion check to tell them that it's his birthday.
You should have led with that instead of, do whatever
I
you
didn't
did.
think of it till after I said it. Is there still time?
I mean, it's your turn, and you can talk as like a free action.
Okay, I would like to try and convince them that I'm here for their boss's secret birthday party.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for you, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage. I'm gonna have you roll deception, and I have to roll insight. It's not like their insight is very good. Well, I'm glad you roll with disadvantage, but you still managed to roll a 20. So they're like rushing towards you, and you like hold up your hand. You're like, wait, and then
We're here
you
for your
continue.
boss's secret birthday party.
Secret birthday party?
Did you not know?
I guess it's still past us. So like, what are you gonna do?
Well, obviously, wish him a happy birthday.
Like, is that all you're gonna do?
Well, I can't just not wish him a happy birthday. That would be rude.
I don't know who you are, so I feel like you could. I've never seen your face around here before.
I know for a fact it is his birthday, and I would like to wish him a happy birthday.
I mean, I can't really let you into the wall of death, but like I could give him the message if you want.
Uh-oh. That was not part of the plan. No, please. It's supposed to be a surprise that we're here.
So I can't. But I would have to ask the boss to let you into the wall
Well, that
of
would
death.
ruin the point of the surprise.
But I can't. But it's a surprise. But I also can't. I can't let you in, though. How about you tell us how to surprise him instead, so that you be our instructor, basically. We can throw him a surprise party, and you don't have to. You still get his surprise party, and you won't be breaking the rules.
Very well, but I will tell you, this might take a lot of setup.
We have.
party just
I mean, all we got is guard duty, so we got all the time in the world.
Okay. I begin to explain to them a very detailed party setup for their boss, down to the letter. I don't actually want to make this all up on the spot, but I will if you force me to.
At least do a little bit. Not the whole
Okay.
thing.
So, the very first thing is, of course, the confetti. No party is complete without confetti. So, I personally am a fan of rainbow confetti, but if you know what the boss's favorite color is, that would also work. Then, on top of that, what's a birthday party without birthday cake? Now, the boss, I've never really asked him what kind of cake he likes, you know? It's not a question that typically comes up in conversation. For example, I don't know what kind of cake you like, and you don't know what kind of cake I like. So usually it's good to go with something that most people do like chocolate or vanilla.
Aren't you a robot?
That is a very good point.
I'm sure it was just
Therefore,
like a slip of the
I do
tongue.
know what cake I like, being no cake. But I still do not know what kind of cake you would like.
Wait, no, I guess you wouldn't know what cake you like if you've never had cake.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
D87 pipes in, like, so, do we have all these supplies?
I seem to have made an oversight. Oh, I know. I looked to the
Okay, I rolled insight to see if D87 notices your line, and I rolled a 1. You rolled so well in your deception, and he rolled so bad in insight. He legitimately thinks we came here. It's our prize party.
Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is convince the guys on guard duty to go help us go out and buy supplies.
Are you gonna go with them, or are you gonna have them go on their own?
Well, I'll be like, okay, so here's the deal. We gotta get supplies. One of the places we need to go is in that direction, but all the other stuff is in that direction. So we'll send you four in that direction, and us two will go this way. You know, do a little bit of trickery here, make them leave, and then we can just go right in.
We're like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh yeah, we'll hit up the market district, and we'll be back in like. I mean, you give us a pretty big list of supplies, so
I
it'll
mean,
probably
it's
be
gotta
a while.
good party.
So, the 4 of them leave, and now nobody's on guard duty from what you know.
Yes, my strategy worked. Why fight with weapons when you can fight with birthday party?
Let's see if you're saying there. D87 is like, are we not gonna go too?
No, you see, D87, that's what I call a lie. It's an advanced tactic that you can use to fool unsuspecting victims. For example, there is now no one on guard duty, so we can complete our actual mission. You remember?
D87 like looks around. It's like, oh yeah, original mission. This is why you're leading the mission. I see. Okay.
Exactly.
So are we gonna go to Chopper City or the Wall of Death?
Well, it seems like they specifically said we can't go to the Wall of Death, which means that's where they don't want us to go. And where they don't want us to go is where we want to go.
D87 is just like, but
Probably.
I guess you're leading the mission. I would not
honest,
understand.
There's no way to be sure where their boss is, but we're not getting anywhere standing around.
I guess not. So you're gonna go to the Wall of Death?
Yes. Why wouldn't we? Who hasn't wanted to go to a place called the Wall of Death?
Alright, so you make your way.
You make your way to the wall and you die. What did you think was gonna happen? That's gonna be it for this episode.
Did you not
See
listen to the
everyone
title?
for the next campaign.
All
That's a
right. Well,
post combat breakdown. Nothing happened.
great breakdown. Um, so you start making
And
your way over there,
all right.
and as you're walking, well, it's a pretty long hallway, and it looks, yeah, it looks standard. There's like bike parts everywhere. You're like sitting at the front of it, posters,
That
broken
makes sense
displays,
for a that makes sense for a bike museum.
and so, yeah, you go forward and you turn, and it's a long hallway, and it ends with another turn.
Awesome.
You want to head down there?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you're walking down the hallway, uh, you feel your foot get caught on something, and you look down. It's a
No, I
tripwire.
forgot the first rule of D&D. Investigate every room so you don't hit the tripwire.
You're like, uh-oh, now we both gotta make a dex save. Alright, well, D8,
The wall of death
D8
falls
7
on you.
just like, instantly just goes right down on the ground. You're just like, oh, no, and like the front part of a motorcycle swings down from the ceiling and like crashes straight into you.
Ow. That was quite painful.
You just got hit by a motorcycle.
You've been struck by a bike. Did me slamming on my couch come through the audio?
Yeah.
Good. Make sure that makes it in the video.
It crashes into you, and like parts of like your armor and a few bits of like your face fly off. So like crash onto the ground. Dude, someone's like, oh my
Ow,
goodness, are you okay?
That was quite unfortunate. And you see, this is a classic example of forgetting one of the rules. Always check for traps.
I see.
You see, people do not like to die, so they take precautions to make sure that does not happen, such as laying traps for would-be intruders. We have fallen for one of these traps, and now I am in pain.
Dude, someone's like, well,
I'm like a school teacher, just like, now you see.
People don't like to die.
That's literally true, though. Name one person. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Okay, uh-oh, we're gonna get canceled. Alright, so after that, you stand up and brush off the dust and the parts of you that fell off from getting smashed by a motorcycle. So, they stole the rest of the hallway to go, and you only made it halfway.
Nice. This time, I'm gonna use my eyes to look around.
Alright.
Look around. Look around.
Alright, you look around, and there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary for a demolished museum about motorcycles.
It's almost like they expected that when you get hit in the face with a motorcycle, you die.
Almost.
But I am not dead. I am a robot.
Alright, so you walk through the rest of the hallway into the next room, and no traps seem to be triggered. When you walk into the next room, it seems like the other rooms that you've been in. Tattered posters, broken bike parts all over, destroyed displays. There is one part of this room that is like pristinely intact, and that is a computer. I guess a big TV screen and a computer to the left side of the room. And below the computer are 4 buttons labeled A, B, C, and D. And at the front part of the room, there is a door that is closed.
I think this keyboard is missing a few letters.
D87 turns to you. Says, do keyboards normally come in that big of buttons?
No,
Last
you may
thing
be right.
checked.
Perhaps this is some sort of ancient keyboard.
D7 says, well, when I browsed the internet when I woke up, I believe these are just buttons and not keyboard buttons.
That would also be an acceptable explanation.
Especially since they are labeled A, B, C, and D and they are in a row rather than scattered around like a keyboard would be.
You may be right. There's no way of knowing.
Like, well, what should we do with it?
Well, first we investigate. Never press a button without investigating its purpose.
Alright, we're gonna do an investigation check, and I rolled a 20, a natural 20.
Nice.
Alright, so I guess I can just explain how the whole thing works. So he looks at the computer, like, I believe I know what this is. So I believe it is like a quiz of sorts. You would press a button from a prompt on the screen, and depending on which button you press, you'll either get the answer incorrect or correct. And if you get all of them correct, it will dispense something out of this dispenser here, which we seem to have missed. And from what I can understand...
Excellent observation. I didn't see that.
Whatever will be dispensed from here will probably open the door over there. And I believe the on button is right here. And he presses a button, and a video turns on of this like big bulky dude with like a leather jacket and like a handlebar mustache, like sit down in a chair, like.
While this is happening, I turn to D87 and go, "That's a good guess, but there's no way of knowing for sure."
He goes like, he looks back. He looks like behind the camera, and then all of a sudden he like perks up, like, "Oh, hello there. I hope you're having a good time here at the museum. Now, I believe the whole point of a museum is for learning, right? Well,
I would agree. I don't say that, but if you're ever at a museum and you don't learn something, then why did you even go?
So, I have 5 questions that'll test your knowledge on the subject of this very museum. Motorcycles. If you answer all of them correctly, you get a prize. Doesn't that sound fun?" And then like it like lingers for like a little bit too long. He just like silently sits there smiling, and then he like stops smiling for like a second, and it cuts to the next clip. Like, now, question number 1. When was the first official motorcycle racing competition? A, 1938. B, 1895. C, 1907. And D, 1918. And as he's saying that, the video clip is replaced with like a big graphic on the screen that says like in text the question and then all of the different answers, and then it pauses.
Is it possible to break open the dispenser?
You can try. You both start smashing it. He gets a good hit on it, but it seems to be very reinforced. Like when it seems like when it was actually like in its intended use at the museum, it was way flimsier, but it's been like reinforced like crazy by the game. And it also seems like if you hit it too much, everything's gonna break and you might not get the key.
Huh.
So it doesn't seem like breaking it is a very viable option.
D, we have run into a problem. I know nothing about motorcycles.
D like closes his eyes on his screen. It closes his eyes like he's focusing, and then they open up. He says, "Sir, my connection to the internet has been jammed, so I cannot look up the answers."
That is most unfortunate.
Do you believe that if we looked around for some kind of information, We could perhaps find the answers that we seek.
I do believe that would be a wise decision. I mean, if they're going to quiz us on motorcycle knowledge, where better to find knowledge on motorcycles than a motorcycle museum? Good thinking, B.
Well, so we get looking. Where do you think we should go to find the information? I doubt they would keep the information in the same room where you are tested.
Unless that's what they want us to think.
That is a possibility.
Unless they want us to think that's what they want us to think.
Probably speaking, it is a smaller probability, but it is still a probability nonetheless.
Of course, there's always a probability that they wanted us to think that that's what they want us to think that they want us to think.
A smaller one, but still there.
Yet even smaller is the possibility. This goes on for a little bit before I realize I should start looking for the answer.
Alright, do you want to start looking? Are you going to look in the room?
Yes, I am. Like and subscribe if you get that Epic Gamer reference.
Alright, well, you look around the room, and you don't find anything that would specifically hint to this. All of the posters are way too faded to make out any text on them.
That is most unfortunate. Perhaps we should check a different room.
Before we go, how about we do a complete scan of both of our inbuilt databases to see if we happen to know any knowledge?
Start thinking.
Alright. This is an academics check. First, the Cyberpunk D&D, they combined history and religion into academics. So this could either be a religion check or a history check, depending on how you view motorcycles.
Oh, it's religion.
Oh, you rolled a 20. You access your database, and you never knew this before, but you have like a folder just dedicated to as much motorcycle knowledge that could fit in that tiny little folder. You don't.
I forgot. I am a huge motorcycle fan.
You forgot?
Back in the war, I once rode a motorcycle. It looked very cool.
I see. Well, is the answer on there?
Of course, it's...
It is option C.
It's C. I pressed the C button.
You're like, boop. And then, it just switches to the next clip instantly. Question dos. Motorcycle engines are generally limited to displacements of what? A. 1000 cc. B. 1800 cc. C. 50 cc. Or D. 250 cc.
If I'm willing to bet, I would bet D. But then again, I have a database showing a large amount of motorcycle information. I think I should check that first.
Alright. I'm gonna give you advantage on the academics check. Alright, well, somehow both of you perk up and like, wait, I know this question. The answer is B. And you also know that the answer is B.
Dang. I went off of Mario Kart information.
For 50
Highest
cc?
in that game is 200 cc.
Alright, you press the B button. You're like, question triple. Who is the earliest person to be in debate for the invention of the motorcycle? A. Pierre Michax. B. Pierre Lament. C. Sylvander H. Roper. D. Louis Guadalupe Paraxelas. And on screen you can read what they actually are.
It seems as if he has trouble pronouncing names. I'm starting to theorize that this is their boss. And therefore, when we go to fight him, we should trick him by trying to make him read long names he can't pronounce.
Well, if you look at the background, you can see that the museum is still intact, which means that this footage was recorded pre-war, which lessens the likelihood that it was him.
Ah, that is a good point.
Remember, he rolled a
And on
20
top
in
of
that,
that,
computer check. Investigation check.
if that is him, then it is very likely that he has learned how to pronounce such names by now.
Alright, well, neither of you seem to know this one.
Very well. That sucks.
Well, shall we go back to plan A?
What is plan A?
I believe it was searching around for the answers.
Wait, no. Plan A was break open the dispenser.
Ah, so plan B.
I think we should go back to plan A.
I believe that would not be the correct solution.
Good thinking. You see, that was a test designed to see whether you would realize that was a bad answer.
Well,
You have passed. Good job.
thank you. Well, shall we search?
Yes, we shall search. I want to have logic that's so stupid you can't argue with it.
Alright, well, you've
It's
already...
I mean, yeah, but no.
Maybe? Alright, so...
I mean, you're not wrong, but, you are very wrong.
You already searched this room and didn't find any answers, so you probably search a different one.
Very well. We shall search a different room.
Alright, so... Want to go back to the lobby, or do you want to go to Chopper City?
I think we should go to the lobby.
Alright, you head back to the lobby, and it looks the exact same as it did when you left it.
Wait, if we can just leave the room, can we just leave the room and go somewhere where his internet is not jammed and look it up?
You can try that.
Let's try it.
So TV walk outside, where the signal is not jammed. When he tries to search motorcycle, it returns empty.
Ah. That's not how the internet works.
I'm gonna have you two roll to see if you know what's going on. Alright, well, you know that it probably installed a virus onto him that makes it so that he cannot look up anything related to motorcycles.
What a very specific virus.
It's almost like they created that just so people cannot cheat this test.
That is very rude.
But it is strategically advantageous for them, so it makes sense that they would do that.
That makes me upset.
Well, shall we head back in?
Very well. We shall continue our search.
We head back to the lobby. I'm assuming you searched there.
Yes. I am now stuck in this voice, apparently, and cannot go back to my normal voice.
Alright, so you look around, and, you pick up a poster, and it's like, did you know that this guy is the one who supposedly invented motorcycles?
Ah.
This isn't on a poster.
It is Pierre Michel.
Like, well,
Pierre Michel. He was an avid fan of Lightning McQueen.
I guess we don't have a response for that. I can't think of anything. So you head back, and you
Does
press...
anyone even know what Lightning McQueen is anymore?
I mean, it's probably on the internet somewhere. I mean, it's...
D87 just ignores it, like...
Why? So, hit back and you press the A button. Question for who invented...
Are you just making up all of these on the spot? Or
No.
did you, Google motorcycle facts?
These are all real.
Did you just already know all these things?
Clearly, I am a Chad, and I just know everything about motorcycles.
Who doesn't? I knew that Pierre Michel was the one who invented the motorcycle, supposedly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Question for Who invented the first commercial self-propelled tricycle? A. Carl Benz. B. Gottlieb Daimler. C. Edward Butler. D. Wilhelm Maybach.
He does not sound very enthusiastic. Perhaps he does not enjoy his job.
I heard that many humans are dissatisfied with their lives.
They should give him a raise.
I believe the probability is that he is currently dead right now.
That does not change my statement.
All right, sir. Well, do we know this answer? I'm gonna roll academics.
Of course I do.
Well, yeah, you do know. So.
That was a gamble. I didn't know if I would.
So, like, you remember that it was Edward Butler.
It was Mr. Butler.
Alright, so you press C, and then like, question 5: which country is the current leading manufacturer of motorcycles? A. France. B. The United States, America. C. Japan. D. Germany.
He seems extremely patriotic.
I believe that most people who were patriotic fought in the war and are dead.
Interesting. May his soul rest in peace in motorcycle heaven.
There's a heaven for motorcycles and motorcycle enthusiasts? I guess nobody really knows.
I do hope there is, for this man's sake. Unless he is still alive and also the boss of this game.
Right, well,
then I do not want to go to motorcycle heaven.
You happen to know that the country that is the leading manufacturer motorcycles.
Don't let it be France. Please don't let it be France.
In whenever this, you approximate the date to be pre-war, so it is probably Japan. And when you press C,
okay, as long as it's not France.
He says, "Congratulations, champ. It appears you were paying attention. Here is your prize." And then dispenses out a key card from the little dispenser.
Interesting. I believe we can use this to progress.
That would appear to be the case. But also, if we are truly going to a place called the Wall of Death, would it be wise for us to rest before we go there?
Good thinking. You truly are extremely intelligent. I never would have thought of such a thing.
Alright, so the two of you...
That's not me just like overpraising him, that's just actually true.
Alright, so you can now roll your hit dice. We're going to take a short rest, since if we take a long rest, there's a big probability that the guys are going to return and realize that we're trying to break into the Wall of Death. So, let me...
They come back. I just wanted to do this fun quiz.
I just wanted to test my motorcycle knowledge.
It turns out I know more about motorcycles than I thought I did. Do you think perhaps there's still a working one around here somewhere I could borrow for a little while?
What was I looking up? Oh yeah. Classes. Alright, and you look up your hit dice. I don't need to heal, but you need to heal.
I do need to do that.
Okay, a D10.
My face got smashed by a motorcycle.
So there's a pretty big chance you'll fully heal from this. I hope so.
I hope so as well. I would not like to die.
Alright, that is more than enough. You are fully healed. Actually, you know what? Just the one hit dice fully heals you, so you'll have one extra one. I don't know why you would need it, but you have an extra hit dice just in case.
Awesome.
Right, you are fully healed.
What if I get hit and need a hit dice?
I know, right?
Now I have it. Can
Okay,
I use
well,
the hit dice to hit someone else?
no.
It would have been cool.
Alright, well, I think we're going to take a quick break here. Actually, how long can you go for?
I probably gotta sleep soon.
Well, I have stuff to do and stuff, so maybe we should end it off here before the Wall of Death.
That's a good idea. So, everyone in the comments, go and leave. What are your guesses to what the Wall of Death is?
Unless you
I
know
think
about
we're both-
motorcycles, in which case you know what the Wall of Death is.
Yeah, if you know about motorcycles, which I don't, then you know what that is. But I don't. I'm assuming I'm going to die.
That is what the name implies.
Yes.
It's
I'm gonna go
the
visit
death.
New York and go to the motorcycle museum between now and the next time we record. So then I'll know.
I feel like that'll take a while. Dog.
I'm leaving right now.
Okay, are you gonna go?
To New York!
You left. Alright, well, I guess this is it, gamers. Hopefully there will be a next episode. Hopefully this isn't a one-off. I've been doing this for like a long time. Or working on this specific game for a long time. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope we finish this campaign. And I hope I see you next time. If there is a next time, which I hope there is. Because I'm looking forward to this boss fight. See ya.